Okay, good evening and welcome back to my video. And today's video we are going to play some game. It's called the elimination. It's a simple game where you don't draw any power card, don't draw any objective card, just straight up slaughter between this warband and this warband. The way that you will win, it's either you completely annihilate the other warband, or whoever warband inflict more damage to the opponent win. For every wound that been inflicted, the other warband will have the glory token. One wound equal one glory token. So let's get started. In here we have the throne of Briar Queen warband. Here is the Briar Queen, nicely painted with pale blue skin and her rose, and her lieutenant and sergeant, as what I call them. This one is the ever hangman. Let's see. Oh yeah. If you ask why that kind of shiny, because I use the shiny gloss varnish to secure the paint that I use. This one is Varklav the Cruel, and over there is the other four Shenras, the other one with the X. Let me focus for a bit. And the other one is the one with the skull on his left hand, and this one is, oh I'm sorry, he's facing the other direction. This one, another chain rasp with the mess, and this is the other chain rasp with half of its body, and he has been, his head has been encased in the metal helm, and he's wielding some rusty axe. Over here we have my favorite warband, Stone of Celestus, and over here we have Melissan. Her name is Melissan Starsighted, and this one is Drakan Celestus. That is the good boy, Slick, and this is the fighters known as the Afus the Brave. So yep, now let's play. I'm gonna use the d6 dice to determine who will go first. On 1, 2, and 3, Storm of Briar Queen will have the initiate. Or 4, 5, and 6, we will move the Stormcast Eternal. Move first. So let's see who will go first. And it's Storm of Briar Queen first. Oh no! No, don't fall. Okay, I'm going to flip the token first, and I'm going to move the... No, I'm going to move him first. So the Chandrasp can have 3 hexes move, so he can move over here. Right, that is his end of his movement. I'm going to use my homemade token. There you go, Melissa. From here, move down 1, 2, 3 hexes down here, and she is ready to fight. here, and activation. And let's activate the Ghost Army, Briar Queen. Another. I'm going to move this headless one. 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 3. Is move behind his friend. That is end of his activation. Now on to the Stormcast Eternal activation. We are going to move Afus the Brave. Just 1, 2, 3 over here on the stairs. Oh, why don't you stuck? Why aren't you stucking, boys? Okay, and move over there, and he's loading his Thunderhead Red Bull. We are going move which one? I'm going to activate this guy. Move there, right beside the very big gate. And yeah, I'll should take some of this token to indicate that he has already activated. Let's see the activation of the Stormcast Eternal. We are going to move good boy, the good boy. 1, 2, 3. He just moved 3 hexes. Why? Because both of these hubs has been blocked by his teammate, so there it is. End of activation for the good boy. This is the last activation for the Briar Queen. We are going to move him 1, 2, and 3. Alright, that is the end of his activation. Let's go for the Stormcast Eternal last activation. Okay, I'm sorry for the noise that fan made. Okay, we're going to move him. No, I think I'm gonna pass. There will nothing happen even if he moves. So that is the round 1. Yeah, nothing really happened after round 1. Okay, let's go to round 2. I need to flip this one. Round 2. Rolling for initiative. Who will go first? And still, Briar Queen will go first. So, Briar Queen first activation. We are going to make the Briar Queen move. She have three hexes to move. So 1, 2, and she going up there. And let's take some of this over there. And I need to put over there. Okay, it's the Stormcast movement. We're gonna move a Afus first. He's going to move 1, 2, and 3 over there. End of his activation. On to the Briar Queen. We are going to move the Generous. He's going to move another 3 hex and end his activation over there. Now it's time for the Stormcast Eternal. I'm going to move a Melissan. She is going to move 1, 2, 3, and this one is all in her attacking range. So Melissa, where is Melissa? Oh, Melissa. Okay, you can attack with the how many? Thunderhead Great Bull, 2 hammer, but nothing happened. So that's indicate the end of her activation. Now we're going back to the Night Hunt. Sorry, the Briar Queen warband. We are going to make this little fella move over here. That's so he can assist his friend later on. That is the end of his activation. Okay, we are going to activate Slick. And he is moving behind this bookshelf so that he can surprise attack on the generous later on. Briar Queen activation, we are going to move Varklav the Cruel. He can move 3 hexes, so he move over there so that he will have, he can assist the Briar Queen if they are in the range of attacking of this Apus the Brave. That is the end of his activation. Last activation for the Stormcast Eternal is going to the old dude, so he's going to move 1 2 3 just under these stairs. That is the end of activation for all in round 2. So far there is still no fighting except for Melissa attacking that one, but she still failed on her attack. So we are going to move into round 3. Round 3, a priority roll. And okay, for the first time, it's going to the Stormcast Eternal turn. We're going to activate them first. I'm going to activate Drakan Celestus. He's going to move behind his loyal companion, the good boy. He's going to move behind his good boy. And this is the end of the activation of Stormcast Eternal. And the activation for the Briar Queen, the Chandras, decide to attack 1 2 3 attack the good boy. Chandras X, he have 1 attack hitting with the oh my god, hitting with the sword. Unfortunately, he have failed on his attack, so nothing happened to the good boy. So end of his activation. So Slick has this reaction on his that fighter card. After the enemy attack, he can okay, he can move one of his. He can make okay, use this after the enemy attack. Chance step. If the enemy fighter is within 2 hex of this fighter, if you do, give 1 card token to each friendly fighter within 1 hex. So I'm going to give a guard token to Drakan Celestus. Okay, on to Stormcast Eternal activation. I'm going to activate Slick. He's going to attack with 3 swords. 3 swords. And here we go. And there it is. Oh. He succeeded 1 because Drakan is in the adjacent to with him. So you know what? Let's just call it fail. Just for entertainment purpose. So he failed on his attack. That is the end of his activation. On to the Night Hunt, Briar Queen warband. Let's make a way for us. I'm going to make the Briar Queen. Yeah, she gonna move over there, and her attacking have 2 range of hexes. 1 2. Oh, she's still out of the range, but yeah, that is end of her activation. The Stormcast Eternal activation, I'm going to activate Melissa. She is going to move just over there and attacking Briar Queen, attacking with 2 hammer. So here it goes, and she fell on her attack. That is the end of her activation. Briar Queen activation again. These Chenras are going to attack, charge at the Melissan. He's attacking with 2 swords and 1 crit. 1 crit to Melissan. Melissan need 1 shield to protect herself, and sadly nope. Then she is suffer a lucky her. She only have suffer 1 wound. Now she have down to 3 wound. That is the end of the Briar Queen. Then they have 1 glory token for the Briar Queen. Now activation for them. I'm not gonna make him move, so I'm going to make him over here, so he can be adjacent to Melissa. So on hammer or half support he's attacking, he will succeed on his attack. So Aphos the Brave are going to attack Briar Queen with the Thunderhead Great Bow, 2 hammer, and 1 support go through. Briar Queen need to dodge, so let's see. And she fell on her defense. So Aphos the Brave have 2 damage, so Briar Queen suffer 2 damage. She is down to, now she's down to, down to 2 wound. Where's number 2? Okay, this is 2. She's down to 2 wound. And they got 2 glory point. That is the end of the activation for the them. Now the last activation are going to Briar Queen. So we are going to make this guy move 3 hexes, and that's all. That's the end of the round 2. Oh no, it's end of the round 3. I think, yeah, we're gonna need add another round 4. Yep, this is the round 4 and the final round for the fight between the Briar Queen and the Storm of Celestus. Alright, so far Briar Queen, they were able to inflict 1 damage to Melissan, therefore they have 1 glory point. But Aphos the Brave, in his retaliation, he was able to inflict 2 damage to Briar Queen, in which they were able to gain 2 glory point, and Aphos the Brave is inspired because his Thunderhead Great Bow were successful at wounding Briar Queen. So now he is inspired. Before that, this Chenras is also inspired because he is let me focus on it, is in adjacent to the enemy, so he is in adjacent with the Melissa. Now he is inspired. Also this other one also inspired. Yeah, what else? Yeah, that is all for the inspire. So let's roll a priority roll. Who will go first? And okay, Briar Queen are going first now. So in the first activation, we're going to activate Briar Queen, and she is going to attack Aphos the Brave. Briar Queen attack with 3 swords, and she succeeds by a crit. Aphos the Brave, he needs a shield to protect himself, in which he succeeds. Nothing happened. That is the end of activation for the Briar Queen. Now the Stormcast Eternal are going to activate, so I'm going to activate the cool old guy, Drakan himself. Nothing fancy of his movement, he just going to move 1 hexes and going to shoot this Charas with his crossbow, also hitting with 2 hammer, and here goes. Normally this will be failure, but since he and Slick in adjacent with the Charas, so one of his attack go through. The Charas now inspire, he have 2 dodge dice to roll. Surprisingly, he rolled a crit, so now he is lucky. He is safe. He's lucky now. He is safe. That is the end of activation of Dragon Celestus. The Briar Queen warband are going to activate now. We are going to activate Varklav, the Krull. So he's moving how many? 3 hexes, 1, 2, and 3. He's going to attack with 2 hammer. His attack are going to Aphos the Brave. 2 hammer. Here goes. A hammer and a crit. So Aphos the Brave, he needs a crit to save himself. Sadly, he rolled a dodge, which means he failed, and which means he is now down to 2 wound. Aphos down to 2 wound, and the Briar Queen got another 2 glory for themselves, and that's the end of activation for this guy. Okay, now the activation for the Stormcast Eternal. Seeing how many of the Briar Queen warband are going to swarm to them, Aphos the Brave telling Melissa that they need to switch a strategy, so he's going to move over there and try to eliminate that Generous. So he is going to shoot with the Great Thunderbolt. 2 hammers. Yep, 2 hammers go through. The Generous have 2 dodge, so here goes. Sadly, he rolled 2 shield, which means now he only have 2 wound. Now he's dead. D-E-A-D, dead. That's the end of activation for the Aphos the Brave, and they also have 2 Glory Queen again to their belt. Seeing his friend has been killed by Aphos, this Generous decide to charge on him, and he gonna attack Aphos the Brave with 1 hammer, and he succeed. Aphos the Brave, then he need 1 shield to protect himself, in which he succeed to protect himself. Nothing happened after that. And the activation for the Stormcast Eternal, I'm going to move a Slick. Is going to move and attacking this Generous over there. So Slick are going to attack that Generous, hitting with 3 swords, in which he is succeed by rolling 2 sword. That Generous need 2 dodge to protect itself, and gonna reroll this one, and he failed. That means Slick now are inspired. They have one glory point again on their belt, and this and that guy suffer one wound. Last activation for the Briar Queen warband. I'm going to, he has suffered wound. Now he is going to focus his attack before he died, attacking Afus the Brave. He's going to attack with 2 swords, in which he failed. That is the end of their activation. So Stormcast Eternal last activation. I'm going to activate Melissa. So she's going to attack this one with her crushing kick. Melissa's crushing kick need 2 hammer. Here we go. She succeeded attack. She succeeds wounding this one generous by the critical, but the generous had a last chance to protect itself on dodge or no. The generous need critical to save itself, in which he fell and he's dead now because he is left with 1 wound. Melissa have finished her, and they have another 1 glory. Yep, I think that is the end of the round for the this fight of elimination. So let's see who will win this fight. So the Briar Queen have 3 glory points, and the Storm of Celestus warband have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 glory point, and therefore they are the winner of this elimination match. Hey, Briar Queen, being the wise leader she is, decide to let Scream to order her warband member to retreat. So they retreat back to where they belong, and the Dragon Celestus move over there and seeing how Afus and Melissan has been injured, decide not to follow suit their opponent. Therefore they have to rest and to heal their injured. So it's the end of my the round. Yeah, if there's some of rule that I have mistake, please forgive me, and please tell me in the comment, and I'll try to improve my better report in the next time I made. This is the better report that I made just for fun. So I hope you enjoy this video, and thank you for spending your time watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.